back, y'all. My name is AJ, and I'm here to Yeppa Higurashi When They Cry Kai, Chapter 6, TSUMIHOROBOSHI. I am once again joined by my straight man, Griffin. Say hello, Griffin.
How much ice cream have you eaten in one sitting?
I'm more of a milkshake person than an ice cream person, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I had straight-up ice cream. But it never goes beyond, like, a medium-sized cup, to be honest.
Okay.
Maybe 2 scoops if, like, we're at a restaurant that's serving it like that.
I'm disgusting.
I know that.
Yeah. No, I.
End of sentence.
Especially living, like, alone. Sometimes I have memories of just grabbing the gallon and then just forgetting how much I've eaten.
I do that.
Be like, oh god, there's half the gallon gone. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I do that with like cookies and cakes, but never like ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Ice cream's not like most enjoyable for me to eat, but like milkshakes, fuck yeah, I love my cookies and cream shakes. Last time, nothing important happened until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You trust me.
We met Rena.
Rena Miami.
Mamiya.
Mamiya. Why did I say Miami? Oh, that's
No.
Persona 4 announcer.
Miami.
Miami is the one at the beginning of the game that was in the scandal with Namatame.
Oh yeah, forgot about her.
Hey, enough about that small Japanese town. Let's go back to this small Japanese town.
少なくとも
That was
3日くらい
Tokyo.
の間は甘いものを見たくないぜ。
ケイチ君頑張りすぎだったもんね。
Oh, this shit's so hard tonight, you guys don't even fucking understand. This makes me
女
just
の
be
子に
fine.
は胃袋が4つくらいあるんじゃないか。デザート用に確実に1つは余計にあるに違いない。
No, Keiichi, it's just I know how to pace myself.
レディに何たる暴言ですの。そんなこと言うケイチさんにはこうでございますことよ。
Bam. Ow. Sadako poked me very hard in my bloated stomach. Then all the desserts suddenly came gushing out of my mouth. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god, Keiichi, you okay? No, call 911. Call the police. Oh, we're starting today's episode very gross. Oh, I apologize. See if they hear that children up my spine. Look at me so gleefully. Uh-oh.
やめろお前ら。血とか涙とかはねえのかよ。
千載一遇のチャンスを見逃す私と思いまして。ケイチの膨らんだポンポンが大変なのですよ。ケイチ君のポヨンポヨンのポンポンかわいいよ。
やめろお前ら。
My brother Keiichi died that day.
Unfortunate.
No, it really wasn't. It's really fortunate, actually, considering all the things that are about to occur.
誰だ。
Oh, hey, Shion.
ちゃんとその愉快な
Oh,
仲間の
yeah,
皆
what's
さん、
up?
こんにちはです。
You doing good? How's Satoshi doing? Oh, wait!
今日はお店にいなかったよね。
No, I walk around the house like this.
今日は夜のシフトなんです。
I also bring the plate straight from home.
それはそうと。
It's
お前よくその
That's cool.
格好で店の外に出られるな。
大したことないですよ。
You should be. It's
あら
very
れもない
stupid.
姿で村中を練り歩いた誰かさんよりは恥ずかしくないです。
Gah. Damn it, I was just getting over it. She reminded me that I'm never gonna be able to get married.
それはそうと、今日は皆さんだいぶ大暴れしたらしいですね。まあね、いつもの部活になっちゃった以上ね。店内とんでもないことになってましたからね。お姉も責任を感じたようで、みんなに混じって掃除をやってます。
Also, she had to help clean up all the bloody corpses.
私たちも掃除に加わった方が良かったんじゃありませんの？ああ、それはお気遣い無用です。さすがにお客様に掃除はさせられませんから。そもそも一番散らかしたのはミー本人だと思いますです。
Yeah, that's right. I know that an agreement. Yeah.
それでお姉から伝言です。皆さんは先に帰っててくれていいそうです。いいお 待ってるよ。ねえみんな。
No, I actually got things to do home. Sorry, I had a TV show. Of course, that way without hesitation. Sakura, Rika-chan, and I all nodded along.
手伝えないならせめて終わるのを待ってるよ。帰っていいからって言って先に帰るとあいつ寂しがると思うからな。
おお、ケイちゃんも日進月歩、少しは成長するんですね。まあね、レナたちがちゃんと教育してるからね。ねえ。ですわよ。ニパー。
ニ
なんだ
パ
よ、こういう時だけ女どもは結束しやがって。
I hate girls. They get along so easily because they're girls. You know, we gotta make him a lot more lawyers and even dragging Shion to this mess this time.
シオン、あんたいつまでサボってんの？雑巾どこやったの？ありゃいけね。じゃあ私はもう戻りますね。みーちゃん、お掃除まだまだかかりそう？え、何みんなおじさんを待っててくれてるわけ？余計な気使わなくていいって。まったくもう。
You look happy to see us waiting for her, but she said the opposite of what she thinks. I wonder if we should go up and be able to say honestly, just thank you.
バカ、仲間だろ。終わるまで待っててやるよ。
仲間。
レナたちも一緒にお手伝いできればいいのにね。ごめんね。
Fuck you, Sasuke! You are my nakama!
今日ね、シオンの仕事終わるの待ってから久しぶりに沖宮の家に帰ることにしたの。だから本当に大丈夫。気持ちだけでも感謝するよ。あら、本当にいいんですの？なんだか悪いですわね。なんか悪い気がするかな？かな？人は大勢いるから大丈夫だよ。風が冷たくなる前にみんな南沢に戻りな。わかりましたのです。
Studio Claws, clap.
お掃除、ファイト、おーです。
ニパー
ニパ
ありがとね。じゃあケイちゃん、
You've need your last paw.
お嬢様方のエスコートをよろし
Just
く。
wanted to step on your foot. What?
途中で死角に襲われないようにしっかり護衛するんだよ。
Look around and see if ladies who need an escort. You need an escort, Keiichi, before you fucking run into those goddamn motorcycles again. Said goodbyes and fucking
じゃあ
went
ね
home.
みーちゃん、また明日ね。おう、また明日ね。
よっしゃ、行こうか。
Ui took me on until she went back inside the restaurant, and after that we all got on bicycles and left Okinomiya.
One went home and was happy. That's the end. That's why this is the best episode, or best chapter.
On the way home, we talked about how excited I've been today, and looked like everyone was still fired up, so we needed more people to kill. The horrifying punishment and competitive eating contest, which turned into an unprecedented battle involving all the customers in the restaurant. After that, everything got crazy and messy. First, the waitress didn't know what to do, but a while they still ended up joining. We had a blast.
でしたのよね。その時の富田さんと岡村さんたらもうおかしくてたまりませんでしたわ。結局亀田も入江もかわいそうだったのです。
いやいや、しかし俺の演説もなかなかだったろ。あの時は店全体が俺の味方だったよな。
圭一は生まれる時代と国が違ったらひょっとするととんでもない人になってたかもなのです。
What the fuck's that
こんな
supposed to
口
mean?
先男がですの？どこの国に生まれてもろくな人間にはならないと思いますでございますわね。あと100年も早く生まれていたらお札になっていたかもですよ。圭一さんのお札なんてなんだか貧しいですわね。きっと200円札とか300円札とかそのぐらいの数でしたよ。
Sakura and Rika-chan kept up their continuous chatter. A bit tired after the day's event, so I listened quietly. I noticed the wind getting colder. Our shadows were getting longer as well. Sakura and Rika-chan said a lot of energy left, but what about Rena? She's been very quiet. Maybe she had stomach ache from eating too much. Look like I ran out to sea. However, I was wrong. When it was, I don't know how to describe it. She looked very satisfied. She looked like she really did have that much fun. Looked like she was happy as she could ever be. Could tell her that without her saying a word. Look at her, maybe realize how that word fun was enough to describe what we did today.
今日一日本当に楽しかったな。
We had something more than fun.
ケイチ
We
君は
we have to come up with a new word for this.
俺も最高に楽しかったよ。
Amusement.
今日みたいなことが明日や明後日もあれ
Oh,
ばいいのにな。
you said a new word, right?
Yes.
それはレナも同じかな。今日のお店の中での時間だけが永遠だったらいい
We had a
な。
lot of moiga today.
おお、詩的なことを言うな。
Today was so moiga.
ケイチ君は思わなか
How
っ
the fuck did people invent words in the first place?
Mm.
Like, how did someone decide, like, the run, what meant run? Like, who,
い
like...
や、俺も同
I
感
don't
だ
know. God at the Tower of
たで
Babel.
もね、ケイチ君
I don't know.
別に
Then
今日
fuck
だけ
him.
が最高に幸せってわけじゃないんだよ。
Who went blue to her hair? Smiled at me, and for some reason, she looked very mature. Her appearance made my heart skip a beat.
Oh.
私たちのひなみ沢での日々はどの一日だってかけがえのない大切で素敵な幸せな一日なんだよ。たとえ部活がお流れになっちゃって退屈な一日だったとしてもね。
レナは大人な考え方ができるんだな。
そんなことないよ。本当はまだまだはしゃぎ足りない。興奮がまだ冷めないだけなのかもね。
I didn't laugh, and that made me laugh too. Satoko thought that we were laughing because we said bad things about her, and she started bugging me about it. Once again, we made a lot of noise like we always do. Hey, shut the fuck up!
では僕とサトコはここでお別れなのです。リカ、もう少しご一緒してタバコ屋さんで曲がってもいいではありませんの？豆電球が切れたのを忘れましたですか？豆電球がないと寝るときに真っ暗になってしまいますですよ。それは困りますわね。あ、牧野さんの雑貨屋さん？ならここでお別れだね。これ以上行っちゃうとどんどん遠回りになっちゃうからね。
Makino-san's general store. Alright, that's where it is. We want to make a stop at the store before going back to the shrine. Turning here would be the quickest way.
そっか。じゃあな、リカちゃんにサトコ。また明日な。
また明日なのです。それではですわ。ケイチさんにレナさん。じゃあね、二人とも。バイバイ。
Yuki-chan and Satoko waved at us many times, and took the narrow path through the field. When the noisy girls were gone, it was especially quiet all of a sudden. It made me feel as the sun had set in an instant. You can see my house by now, which everyone called my meta mansion. I didn't notice it earlier about how fired up we were, but my stomach was about to burst. Oh shit, I got a felt like a thunder. Marty must have been paying the price for me acting like an idiot earlier. There's no way I was eating dinner that night. No one ate dinner that night. I guess I should tell my mom before she started cooking. If there's anything, I had to get to the bathroom. Ooh, my stomach was churning. Oh boy, it really didn't sound good. I got to the place I always meet Rena in the morning and say goodbye in the evening. Alright, Rena, I gotta go puke or shit or both. I don't know.
今日は
Bye!
すっげえ楽しかったな。
I gotta go pit.
すっごい楽しかった。
Pit?
あれ？ケイチ君具合悪いの？
すまん。
Vomit?
お腹を壊したかもしれない。おとなしく休むことにするよ。
ケイチ君もまだまだお腹の鍛え方が足りないかな？
レナだって俺と同じくらい食べてるはずなんだぞ。一体その細っこい体のどこにあれが収まるってんだ？
それは女の子の秘密ってことで。
But I giggled and tried to avoid giving me an answer. She'd probably hit me if I passed her about it. She punched me in the stomach, I'd throw up for sure. I decided not to go. Hey, maybe, would you rather, you know what? Just throw up in the
Yeah,
woods so no
yeah.
one can know.
また明日な。
If Keiichi throws up in the woods, would anyone hear it?
また明日ね。
俺さ、前は都会に住んでたわけだけどさ、こんなにも一日一日を楽しいと思って過ごしたことはなかった。俺、ひなみ沢に引っ越してきてさ、きっと幸せなんだって思う。
レナも同じだよ。ほら、私も1年前にひなみ沢に引っ越してきたわけだけど、こんなに楽しい幸せな日々を送れるのが信じられないもの。
そっか。なら明日も絶対に楽しいな。
そうだよ。昨日も今日も楽しかったんだもん。きっと明日だって楽しいよ。
こんなにも毎日が楽しいと、なんだかある日突然転びそうで怖いよな。
転ぶときはどんなに注意してても転ぶよ。だからいつ転んでもいいように思いっきり今を楽しむのが正解だと思うな。
そうだな。今を精一杯楽しむのが正解だな。
じゃあね、ケイチくん。おばさまとおじさまにもよろしくね。さて、レナはまだまだ遊び足りないから、また宝の山に宝探しに行こうかな。
まだ遊び足りないってのか？つくづくタフなやつだな。負けたぜ。
どう？よかったらケイチくんも一緒に来ない？新しい山があってね、まだ全然発掘してない
Right now, I'm
の。
literally about to vomit and shit
何
at the
か
exact
とって
same
も可愛
time.
いのが見つかるかも。
悪いけど俺はパスするよ。それになんだか雲が重たくなってきたみたいだしな。レナも今日はおとなしく帰宅した方がいいんじゃないか？
こういう素敵な気分の日にはね、きっと可愛いのが見つかるんだよ。だからちょっとでも行ってみるね。
Feels like enough I didn't feel like going with her. Felt better I would have gone treasure hunting with her for sure. Won't go home yet because she wanted a fun day to end. That's exactly how I felt too.
わかったよ。じゃあな。可愛いのがあったらぜひ見せてくれよな。
じゃあね。バイバイ。
バイバイ。
Keiichi-kun waves over and asks if he wants to say goodbye yet. Good, he gets to go puke and shit off screen. I go too because I'm going to go treasure hunting. I love cute things. I had such a wonderful day today. I'm sure I'm going to get a lucky treasure hunting. I'm sure nothing's going to absolutely go wrong because I had such a perfect fucking day.
Nah.
I put on my best score with determination. The house was nearby, but I took it in the street that led to the dam construction site. It might be okay to go home just then.
Nah.
I hesitated to go since I want to be seen. So much fun today. I wanted to continue feeling as happy as long as I could. Play getting late, but I feel like it's getting dark faster than usual. It's like Keiichi-kun said, clouds the sky were darker. Might start raining hard.
でも別に、だからって家に帰れるわけじゃないんだし。
Stop it, Rena. You had so much fun today. You have to stay happy as long as you can. I'm happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. When I say it, say the magic words. Be embarrassed, you're not dumb or anything. I'd be able to enjoy every day more if I were dumb. So dumb is what I want to be.
可愛いのあるかな？お持ち帰り。
There, I said it. Sure I can find something cute. As long as I believe it's cute, anything can be that way. Fill my heart with happy memories today and yesterday. Should have looked forward to the happiness I'm going to receive tomorrow and the day after tomorrow too. I reached the dam construction site. A mountain of trash loomed before me. Parked my bicycle and walked down the mountain of trash and scrap. This place is my castle. It would be incredible if anyone else came to this mountain of trash. I came here many times and usually stay a long while, but I never seen anybody walk by. The place is the village's blind spot. People came here all the time during the dam wars, but it was abandoned after that. The villagers no longer need to come here, and some people have forgot about it entirely. How do you forget about the giant fucking mile-high trash?
Yeah.
They dump your trash often, give me more time to kill. Do you have your tetanus shots? Way on bottom and headed in the pile. Nobody ever comes here. Come here many times to stay for a while, but nobody's ever come and messed this place. How many other kids in my school came here? They all believe the armor manager construction site is buried somewhere in the trash piles. They also believe the whole place is haunted. Told me that the ghost of one arm still wanders here, looking for his missing limb. Sadly, you haven't seen the ghost either. I'm not scared. In fact, I really like to meet him. I call him Stumpy. That was mean, AJ. What the fuck? Station wagon buried in the trash pile. I'm tired, but that looks like a station wagon. Yep, yeah, it is sure a station wagon. Take a wagon of my secret hideout. Unfortunately, the sliding door and the rear doors didn't open. So when I want to get in, I have to enter the car from the passenger seat and crawl into the back from there. Of course, I take off my shoes in the passenger seat. Looking outside, it looks like a dirty abandoned car. Inside, it's nice and clean because I swept it out and decorated a little. That took me a long time. The back seats are laying flat because I want to have as much space as possible. Found a mattress and trash pile and brought in space instead. It's a bit dirty, so I brought a bedsheet from home and covered the mattress with it. Put my favorite cushions on top, and with that, I got a perfect bed. Put cushions and stuffed animals everywhere. Not at all. Look at this. He have a bunch of sweets here too. Big fan of fruit candy in 4 different colors and some cookies. But they're going bad, so I have to throw them away. Thank God I'm in a dump site. Woo! Which water bottle was empty. Come out to spend time on Sundays. I usually borrow a bottle with some sweetened tea in it. Box of tissues, a flashlight, extra batteries, and other daily. Oh my goodness gracious! A few books in order to read or kill some time while at it. Girl does not want to go home.
No.
What do you think this is? Look, ta-da! My house suddenly lit up thanks to this table lamp. How do you fucking fit all this in here? Electric outlet on the side of the old near construction office. Thought I had to cut the power years ago, but to my surprise, I was wrong. Electricity is still being supplied to the outlet. When I found tons of extension cords, I came up with the idea to connect them all and make the electricity come all the way to my hideout. I can spend enough comfortably sweets, as long as no one doesn't disturb this very, very, very sensitive snake wire I've made. See? This is a very nice hideout, isn't it? First I thought somebody would find it and mess with it. But that hasn't happened so far. That's because nobody comes here and everybody forgets about this place. That's how this place became my perfect secret hideout. Fortunately, I ate so much today and I'm still full. I can tell them I was playing with my friends at our house and eat dinner there. I'm going to stay here for a while and relax. I'm going to treat myself. Loved the water gun battle yesterday. Probably would have been pouting when I fought one-on-one with Keiichi. A great fun in Angel Mort today. Never experienced such crazy games with so many people in my life. Still feeling the after effects, and I sure was having a dream about it tonight. That's why I wanted to bask in these happy feelings. That's why I'm going to treat myself in here. I should take off my shoes and stretch my toes. I should cherish the time where I can be myself. Once I got my shoes, I felt so relaxed I want to put them on again. Played all day today, and I was very tired. So I could wait. As I got darker, the light of the table lamp became encouraging. It was getting dark faster than usual. All of a sudden I heard the sound of raindrops hitting the roof of the car. Pitter patter, pitter pitter patter, patter pitter pitter. The interval between drops got shorter and shorter. Again, continuous sound. I'm going to hear thunder. That is the worst thunder I've ever heard in my life. It might be very quiet inside. You can make it feel like a different world. A castle, after all. It's a bit cold, so I folded my big blanket and hid under it. Here alone, on the warm blanket that has my scent. When nobody knew where I was in the moment, I still felt like I was left alone. The heavy What did you just say?
Oh no.
I feel like this heavy... What did you just say? Damn, bitch, you live like this? This place is full of small happinesses. Well, my favorite things. That's why I'm happy whenever I'm here. Put another blanket over me, I feel as warm as I have in bed. Listen to the soothing sounds of raindrops hitting the scrap iron trash in heaps and made me feel sleepy. This is the castle of trash. The trash came here because nobody wanted it. This is where it lives. This is the country where wanted to refuse together. Felt like I fit here, but at the same time, I just knew it was a temporary place for me, and there's somewhere I had to go back to. No, I shouldn't think about things like that. Whenever I realized I don't belong here, I remember that I'm in the middle of a very dirty pile of trash. I should just doze for a little longer. Thinking this is poisonous. I want to keep myself out of that poison, so that the kind of Rena within me could stay pure a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer, and I close my eyes. Reina ASMR. Fall asleep too. My mother was a very busy woman. The harder she worked, the more her work was valued, and she kept getting promoted. She sought to go higher and higher. Can we get much higher? She was my hero. My mother started a career as a fashion designer in a small clothing factory in Okonomiya. Father was a designer too. Met through their jobs and soon got married. Uh-oh. Lived in a small apartment in Okonomiya. In Okinomiya. Grandma's house, the current house Himazawa when she got pregnant with me. We lived there until right before I was sent to elementary school. Now that I think about it, that was the happiest time of my life. I felt happy every day and believed without a doubt tomorrow would be the same. So happy that I took it for granted. Didn't feel the happiness. Really did feel happy every day.
Happy, joy.
I was a small time and I didn't understand what's going on, but it seemed like company parents were working for were having financial difficulties. Mother and a few other young designers started about talking about leaving the company and getting independent. Many things happened, the situation grew complicated. They got an offer to work at a big design from Ibaraki and they took the offer. Time heard my mother say many difficult words like limited partnership and business alliance, but in short, she wanted to do was move to Ibaraki. My mother and her peers were hired because their talents and experience made their immediate assets to the new company. And my father wasn't one of them. Fortunately, my father wasn't as talented as my mother. So moving to Ibaraki means father had been given up as being a fashion designer. Mother's new company had high expectations of her talent, promised her a reasonable project. She didn't want to waste her growing talent and passion by living in a rural town like Kinamizawa. My mother convinced my father to quit his job and move to Ibaraki to support her and build a new career. Back then, moving meant I had to say goodbye to my close friends. I want to move and I kept crying about it. After we moved to Ibaraki, my mother was a big success. I think she had great leadership skills, but she was full of energy, and I believe she made the best use of her talents to succeed. Although she was partners with this one woman called Ushimoromiya Rosa, she seemed like a very pleasant woman. When she came home, she was looked fulfilled and wore a happy smile that she never wore when she was here in Mizawa. She was shining. I remember like I wanted to shine like her when I grew up. And my father wasn't doing so well. He couldn't find a job as a fashion designer, so he took a clerical job at a small company, but he kept changing positions. He used the experience he had cultivated. It was very hard for him. He was very understanding. He started to take care of the things around the house with my mother, who got busier and busier after having one project after another. We love our male wives, woo! Cleaned the house, did the laundry, came out to school events. However, he couldn't cook. He did cook rice, but he always bought side dishes from a grocery store. We did it without my mom more and more often. Guess she's busy again. Every time I said that, he always told me my mother was working very hard. Let's support her, Rena, so bless you. That's what I always told me. Reina. No, I'm not that naming her. Auto cooking. The idea to learn how to cook since he wasn't good at it. I was a cook I helped her and tried to learn how to cook from her. I had enough time to cook for us, and she was happy that I was learning. I wrote in my school yearbook that I wanted to be a clothing designer in the future, just like my mother. Apparently, I lack my mother's exceptional sense of style. I can tell by the way how you dressed right now. I remember being discouraged as a designer because of that. So I decided to reach her by getting better at things she wasn't good at, instead of trying to be like her. Be good at not only cooking, but also doing things around the house, such as cleaning, doing the laundry, and grocery shopping. My father was really happy I did that for him, because he wasn't that good at it at all. He couldn't find a job and spent a lot of time at home, so he seemed to enjoy spending time in housework and his daughter more than anything. It started to become better and better and fulfilling for my mother. Then it started to get too busy and do housework and all. She moved to more of a responsible position of the job. She took me out to many places. This is to compensate for leaving me alone all the time. Say, let's go eat something delicious without telling your father. Took me out to a restaurant. She took me to high-class restaurants and amusement parks. Sometimes it wasn't only me and my mother. Sometimes with friends from work. She took me out to the beach barbecue one summer with those friends. So just here as a daughter, and everyone of them pampered me. So I remember there was this one guy particularly doing me. He was a good-looking young man. I called him Uncle once, and he got mad at me. He was tan dark brown hair. Man, young man calls him with us when we went out. My mother took me somewhere. She used me several consoles for her work. Sometimes she was in a place where she could also do her work at the same time. So I didn't feel awkward when people from her work came with us. I always preferred to be alone with her, so I was happier when we could do that. One day she took me to a very high-end part of town. Of course she always spoiled me whenever we went out. She brought me things and let me eat whatever I wanted. But she especially spoiled me on that day. She took me to expensive looking boutiques and accessory shops. She was about to buy me something, but I told her not to get it because it didn't look good at me. With hesitation, she bought it anyway. I remember there was many zeros on the price tag. The day I realized my mother's design work had made her a very successful woman. She was earning a lot of money. We took a break at a ridiculously expensive looking restaurant that probably charged 1,000 yen for a glass of orange juice. Mother clapped her hands and spoke to me with a smile on her face. She asked, Ina, would you like to make your dream come true? In the kindergarten, my teacher gave me students to choose a topic. My topic was my dream, and I dreamed my life in a mountain of fruit parfait by myself. What I meant to say was she was going to make that dream come true for me. It was a normal day. It wasn't my birthday or anything. Since my mother always spoiled me when out together, I didn't feel awkward about it at all and accepted her offer with a happy smile. 5 or 6 oh, my voice! It's starting to give out, Griffin.
Oh shit.
Too much for us to finish. We dug our spoons and we were playing in the mud and we really enjoyed eating it together. It's my first time experiencing game fully by eating only fruit parfaits, and I remember I was very happy. Enjoyed tasting happiness and chattering with my mother.
レイナちゃん、この間映画とお食事に行った時、一緒だった人のことを覚えてる？
秋人おじさんだっけ？お兄さんって呼ばないとぶたれる。
レイナちゃんは秋人さんのこと好き？
嫌い。いつもレイナのことからかうもん。
それは大好きだからちょっかいを出してるのよ。バーベキューの時はとっても仲良くしてたじゃない。
たまには仲良しかな。かな。
I laughed. I know why she brought up the subject, but I didn't really pay attention to it because I was too young. Now that I think about it, she was breaking the news. I just didn't notice it.
ねえ、レイナちゃんはお母さんとお父さんとどっちが好き？
お母さん。
Wasn't I hating my father or anything, but I thought giving that answer was appropriate after she spoiled me so much.
もしもお母さんとお父さんが別々のお家に住むことになったら、レイナはどっちのお家に住みたい？お母さんね、お父さんと別れて秋人おじさんと結婚しようと思うの。
At that time, my mother was a very successful woman. I didn't know her at the time, but she was drafted by a headhunter to work at a bigger company where she was promoted to a higher, more responsible position, which would bring most of her talent. I can't stop winning! The position was the only thing she's gained. Because of my father's low salary, my mother earned enough money to support a family of 3 and still have some left over. I kind of realized it from the way she spent money. The greater position she achieved, the more she spent with the people at her level. All of them were bright and talented. Compared to them, my father might have looked unattractive to her. I liked Uncle Akihito. I liked him as one of my mother's friends, not the same way I like my father. I like my father and my mother equally, so it was shocking to me my mother wanted to divorce them. The ground below me was beginning to crack. The expression, I realized, actually fit my situation well. I had to choose which side of the cracked ground I was going to stand on. My mother told me to live with her at her new house. Her new house met the house Uncle Akihito lived in. I thought her house was a sanctuary for her family. I believed that house was a holy place where strangers couldn't easily enter. That's why I couldn't believe her. How could she let a stranger invade such a holy place so easily? Why do you hate my father? I looked down and didn't answer. I asked her another question. Why can't you stay with my father? think that's the hardest and most heartbreaking question of all for my mother to answer. Sure, my mother had cheated on him. She loved a man who was more attractive than my father. It's just that and nothing more. More than anyone, it was my father's fault. First of all, he decided to move from Yumizawa to support my mother as much as he could. For him, nothing good has come from that. Actually, I think he had a very tough time since we moved to Ibaraki. We volunteered to be her support and tried very hard to do that. I thought my mother appreciated his support. So, I took her decision as a betrayal. Told her that I disagree with everything, including their divorce. I said it very loudly, made everyone in the store jump. Sure, continue a relationship with Uncle Yakito, but don't divorce my father. Polyamory! 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 I think I must support you patiently this whole time. How could you do such a cruel thing to him? I screamed as loud as I could. Then my mother answered. It's too late. Why? You haven't talked with my father about this, have you? It's not too late.
お母さんね、妊娠してるの。
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O! I don't know whether my mother actually told him about the divorce in person. A middle-aged woman who called herself a lawyer came to the house several times talking to my father on my mother's behalf. She sometimes called him, too. My father begged the lawyer to let us speak to her directly with my mother many times, but it never happened. Tell by the way they talked, they had no clue what my mother had told him. She wanted a divorce. Well, again, I'm not sure she told him in person. The lawyer told him not to meet my mother, not to call her work, and many other things. To top it all off, she told him not to see my mother ever again. When I talked to her, he called some of the mutual friends, but we only found out the name of the guy she was having an affair with, and nothing more. He asked me, do you know the guy? I told him, I do. I also told him that he was a funny guy and giving me candy many times. I forgot how he looked when I told him that. He hit me for Talk about courtesy. No, that wasn't it. Girls had to be kind to everybody. That's what I thought. But I was wrong. And in this world, there are people you should be nice to, and enemies you shouldn't be nice to. The enemies are the ones who will destroy my life with their very existence. Whether they meant to harm me or not does not matter. They're like weeds growing in the flower bed. Dandelions are innocent, but they take on the nutrition for the tulips in the soil. That's why we have to pull them out. The dandelions did nothing wrong, but they're the enemy. Enemies are bad people. That guy was a bad person. I shouldn't have accepted him. Shouldn't have rejected him with everything I had. By doing so, I might be able to disrupt the relationship. By doing so, I might be able to make my mother feel like the relationship was not going to work. If I tried to do so, my parents would have to have break up. My father and I cried together, but we cried for different reasons. It was a cry because it happened so fast it didn't make any sense to him. I cried because I regretted I let it happen when I had the chance to prevent it. Father struck my cheek and opened his mouth to apologize, but he couldn't speak and just cried with me. One day, the lawyer let me see my mother. My mother asked me to live with her in her house again. I didn't know what to say, so I just kept looking down and listened to her apologies. Father knew I was going to see my mother on that day. So he handed me a letter and told her to give it to her. I don't know what he wrote in that letter. But for some reason, I was able to imagine what kind of things he wrote when I felt it through the envelope. After all, the letter inside the envelope had a rough surface. He must have been crying while writing the letter, and his tears made the letter wrinkled up when it dried. My mother took the letter from me and told me she'd read it later and was about to put it in her bag. I stopped her and told her to read it there. I wanted to see how she was going to take the last words my father had left to her. My mother didn't read it. She told me she wanted to read it alone later, and she put it in her bag. At that time, I realized. No, it's more than that. I should say, I knew, because it was so obvious. I knew that my mother was lying. She had no intention of reading my father's letter. She was going to throw it away after I was gone, but she liked me just because she seemed like a nice person in front of me. Slightest curl in her eyebrows and lips told me that she was more than clear than anything else. The moment I finally knew something else. The guy she was having fear with wasn't the only bad person. My mother was also a bad person. Since that moment, just as my mother disappeared from my world like a dry ice evaporating, I had to hesitate who to live with anymore.
あなたの家には行きません。私の家はリュウグウの家です。もうあなたとも会いたくありません。二度と呼ばないでください。
でもねレイナ、お父さんの方に残ったらこれからの生活。
That moment I hated my name for the first time in my life.
私のこと気安くレイナって呼ばないでください。失礼します。さようなら。
Those were my last words to my mother. No, to the woman who used to be my mother. But I spent my days without feeling anything. I didn't know if the days were long or short. I didn't know which season I was living in. It's supposed to be nothing out of ordinary, not having my mother around. Every time my father saw things that reminded him of her. Like her toothbrush, her teacup, or her favorite books. He shed tears, which left me frustrated. That's why I decided to completely remove her belongings from the house. Roughly threw her things in a black trash bag. Tried to do so frantically. By the time I knocked down her wardrobe, threw her music box hard on the floor, and broke her mirror, my mind was already not working properly. When I try to remember what happened after that, I feel disoriented. It's because the pills the doctor gave me back then made me feel disoriented and lethargic every time I took them. The dullness hit me especially hard. Since every time I try to remember that time, it made me feel disoriented and lethargic, just like the pills had made me feel. I destroyed everything that smelled like my mother. But the thing I wanted to destroy the most might have been myself. Even after I threw all her belongings away, I still couldn't stop feeling regret, so I decided to blame myself in the end. I was thinking I wanted to do damage to her reputation and successful life by destroying her daughter, destroying myself. When I was about to reach that very last resolution, Yoshido-sama came to me. Yoshido-sama told me to go back to Hinamizawa. The mother's a bitch. Live with me. I'm cool. Brought a curse to your family because he broke his rule and abandoned Hinamizawa. So I figured that out. Everything started to make sense to me. Why are you green? I like green, alright? Of course Yoshido-sama did that to all of us. It was Yoshido-sama's voice that was telling him to come back to Hinamizawa. That's right, Jay. You should have stayed in Hinamizawa. Everything went crazy because we moved. We had to go back to Hinamizawa. We have to go back!
You have to go back.
I started feeling disoriented again, and dull pain ran through my head. Might be a scream from within me telling me not to push myself too hard to remember any further. The house where we used to live in Hinamizawa was still there. Grandma already passed away, and the house was only property she left for us. I remember that I used to live in Hinamizawa, but all I remember that was a village I lived into right before I went to elementary school. I remember the atmosphere of the village too, but it was all that I remembered. I forgot the streets and even the names of close friends I used to play with. Neighbors knew that the son of the deceased woman had come back divorced. But we didn't know us, and we didn't know them. It was almost like we moved to a new place. However, as far as I was concerned, it's still my hometown that I come back to. At first, everything was inconvenient compared to my life in Ibaraki. It was hard for the both of us to adjust. We were in the old house, and it was only me and my father. Life here seemed to make my father forget his pain from the divorce. Michan was very kind to me, and I started to get used to my new life too. And everything around the house, and gradually went back to the time when we used to live happily. Anybody can live a happy life. People sometimes say that people are born to be unhappy, but I believe that's an excuse for people who don't even want to try. I won't give in to fate. I'll never get him trying to recapture the happy times I lost. I'm going to become happy to the point where I don't need to feel happiness anymore. I'm not going to cry anymore. I'll never cry again. I used up all my tears on that night my father hit me. Curse at Ueshiro-sama was over because we came back to Hinamizawa. So I'm gonna have a happier life from now on. All of a sudden, a big raindrop hit the car and I recovered my senses. Still raining hard. For some reason, even though I was sleeping, my throat hurts a lot, like I've been yapping for hours straight. There's nothing else around me. As I turned off the lights,
Rena just like raps in her sleep.
She was monologuing all that, like, oh. Turn off the light. Darkness swallowed me. Cold air and the sound of the rain didn't change a bit, and that made me realize I was still in this world. The curse of Orishiro-sama. Did the curse of Orishiro-sama do those crazy things to my family? Or did I convince myself as an excuse for myself because I didn't want to convince myself to feel guilty about myself? Something myself, I'm not myself. So that time Orishiro-sama would come to me. I kind of feel like it was just an illusion I created because I was mentally ill. But he did come at that time. I'm sure about it. I'm right, Orishiro-sama? I was unhappy after I left Himizawa, but I came back and I'm happy now. But where am I supposed to go that I'm unhappy in Himizawa? Where?
ダメだ、レナ。不幸になったとか考えちゃいけない。私は幸せなんだ。幸せになるんだ。だから絶対に幸せになれるんだ。
Suddenly I felt like this darkness swallowed me. I'd never be able to be happy again. Found the switch of the table lamp and turned it back on. Looked at the clock, it was already past 11 p.m. I had to go home, I wouldn't have time to prepare my lunch tomorrow. I decided to set the timer on the rice cooker. And look at the rain was going to stop anytime soon. Look out the window to see the rain, but I can see my reflection. Talk to the reflection in the window. Glad my father's happy. He's been acting like he was dead for a long time. Smile on his face is a good sign he's getting his former happy life. He became miserable because of me. That's why I don't mind doing things for him until we gain his smile and we can become truly happy. When I stay here alone for a while, it gives him some time to be alone with her. Plus, I don't have a fake smile. But then, a reflection in the window tells me, Rena, you're such a good girl. You're kind to everybody and love them equally. You can make anybody like you. But did you forget something? In this world, there are people you should be kind to. And enemies that you have to reject with all you've got. I thought you learned that lesson. No, don't listen to her. My reflection's always so mean. She wanted me to say mean things and make fun of my worries. But she always tells me things I can't say myself. Let's go home, Rena. To your home. Forget about the mean Rena in the mirror. Bit hungry by then. After all the desserts I ate, I still got hungry. I almost forgot. Rena-san brought me a shortcake. Never had a shortcake from Angel Mort, but I bet it'll taste good. I have to give my thanks to Rena-san next time I see her. Rena-san speaks in a way that makes it very clear how she grew up, but I'm sure she's a good person. Maybe. Possibly.
Maybe.
I heard her nickname in college was Karen. My fellow smile, but I failed. On the other hand, Rena-san can put a big
She had a
fan
white woman's name.
I have. Thank Rena-san. I have to thank her for cheering up my father. But I don't know why. Just don't like her perfume.
Mm-hmm. God, I love Rena.
You almost said Rena.
Yeah.
My summer vacation picture diary. Premonition of rainy days. Don't call me Rena. Reminisce on the past.
Yeah, that's why she doesn't like that name.
Today, I went to the swimming pool with my mom. Uncle Akihito came with us too. I don't like him because he's so mean to me sometimes, but he's a very kind and funny old man. He told me to call him Daddy for the day because he was going to play with me at the pool like he was my daddy. Like, I'll call give me a lot of money. Mom looked very happy and made me happy too. I'll play with him again. Bless you. I hope my dad can come with us next time. Not sit in the cuck chair. Premonition of rainy days. Opened the window, placed my cushion nearby, and prepared to enjoy the weather. She came over and disturbed my peaceful evening. She always ruins my times of solitude.
幸せそうね。そっか。今日はあんたの大好きな甘いものがたくさん食べられたものね。
Girl loves sweets more than anything. I like them too, but I can't eat like she does. It'd give me a heartburn if I ate the amount she ate today. She'd be very happy, so I'll leave her alone for a while. I've been making my favorite hot and salty food for the past few days. She must be quite pleased today. It's a very fun day for me too. Just wanted to enjoy the memory of the excitement I felt today by sitting here quietly enjoying the sunset. When I looked up the sky, I saw some thick clouds forming there. The wind was a bit cooler than usual. And my bones were aching.
大地震や大津波などの知らせとして浅瀬に普段は絶対に見かけることができない深海の魚が現れることがあるっていう話があるらしいわね。
Not very fish swells in deep water in the shallows today. Just like ancient stories sea monsters say, people hate deep sea animals and tend to interpret them as some omens of disaster. Didn't matter if they showed up dead or alive. I said something interesting just now. Even if they showed up alive or dead, it was an omen of a disaster. Oh, it might start raining soon.
うるさいな。言われなくても分かってる。洗濯物を取り入れるわよ。
Grabbed a basket and went outside to take the laundry in. Clouds were getting darker. Normally I like rain, but I didn't think I enjoyed it today. Whew, boy!
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so Rena's the girlfriend.
Yeah, Rena's her dad's girlfriend.
Oh boy. I can't believe Keiichi has the happiest parents here.
Alright.
That's...
God, I love Rena's story. She's so good.
Yeah. Oh, but she hurt my throat. She hurt my throat because that was a lot of non-voice dialogue in the past.
So true.
Any last words, Griffin?
I want some ice cream.
And you guys can have some sea salt ice cream. Abigail, tell me all peace.
Yeah.
Bye.